Hello everyone, my name is Rose, and this is be my inventory. I almost said intro. I'm like, that's not the right I word. So this is be my inventory. I did this last year. I think I did this a year ago, like last year, and then the year prior to. So I do this kind of once a year. If you want, I can try to do it twice a year. Maybe that would be good too. I don't show you any products, I just go by the numbers, so it's like talking about numbers. But I think I may try to start doing videos where I show you each like category, because if I did it all at once it would be too much. But like, especially because last time I showed you all like my blushes and highlights, that was like 2 maybe 3 years ago, and it has changed so much. Like, I watched that video I think a couple months ago, and I'm like, what even are those few things? There was a couple things that I was like, I had no idea what they were, and I was like, that was in my collection. I was like, I don't even remember those. So yeah, so my numbers changed a lot, but they also kind of didn't change. Like, the total number didn't really change all that much, which really surprised me. So I'll start with my little list. My eyeshadow palettes went from 13 to 21, which is a big jump. That's like, and the first like 6 months of the year I didn't really buy any like eyeshadow that much. I bought one palette, and then that palette ended up not working out for me. I ended up, like, I kept 2 shades from it, and then I ended up giving the rest of it to my sister. And like, because it didn't end up working out for me, I was like, can I not make good eyeshadow choices? Do I just need to like go and like not buy eyeshadow because I don't know how to pick eyeshadow for myself anymore? Like, I was questioning myself so much after that, and then I was like, it's okay that it didn't work out for you. Like, you could still pick out eyeshadow that you will use. Like, it's just sometimes you think you're gonna use things, and then it end up like maybe pulling a little bit more one way than you thought it was to pull on your own skin tone, because everyone's skin tones are like different. We all like, everything will pull slightly different on each other skin tones. Like that palette looks super pretty on my sister, and if it looked like how it does on my sister on me, then I would have loved it, but it like doesn't. So it's like, whatever. But yeah, so I got from 13 to 21. So I decluttered that one, and then I brought in 11 palettes this year. So I decluttered one of the ones I brought in, and then I kind of did palette surgery on 2 palettes, where I like took half of one and half of the other and like put it in one, and then the shades I didn't want I put in the other, and then it's like I got rid of the one that had the shades I like didn't want, which I do that sometimes. Like, I usually end up losing some stuff. Then this time I didn't have any casualties, and I'm like, thank God I didn't have any casualties. But like, I did that, and I might, by this number I could see in the next year going up a little bit. I don't want to go up a lot. Like, I think so far, as of right now, I think there's about 3 palettes that I plan on purchasing this year. But that number could change because it's still only January, and like, we still got a whole year of releases, and something could really pull at my heartstrings, and like, I could want it. Magnetic palettes, I have 5. I had 5 last time. 4 of them are for depotted eyeshadows. 1 is depotted blush and highlights. I'm thinking about getting a new one for my blush and highlight ones, because it's like an old Morphe 35 that I like took the plastic out of, and it has like magnetic strips on the bottom. So I kind of want to get like an actual one, and I'm thinking that when I get actual like magnetic palette for that, I may end up getting a 5th. I'm still like debating on it. It's gonna be a couple months before I even decide that. But so this number may go up by 1, but I'm not sure. I'm like, I've been going back and forth on this idea for like 3 months now, and I'm probably to be at least another 3-4 months before I make a decision, because it takes me a while to decide usually. So yeah. Eyeliner, I went from 15 to 11, and that really surprised me. I don't really even remember exactly which ones I like got rid of per se. I got rid of a couple of them throughout the year, I remember. I think I got rid of the yellow one this year, and I got rid of like a green one, and I don't remember what else. But I didn't bring any new eyeliners this year, and this is like one liquid, and then the rest are just pencils. I didn't bring in any. I was planning on bringing in 1 or 2, but it ended up being that by the time I got to them, that I was buy them at the end of the year, they would discontinue, and they only had like 1 or 2 shades left, and it wasn't the shades I wanted anyway. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm never getting that eyeliner that I wanted. So it's whatever. I mean, maybe I can find a baby blue eyeliner somewhere sometime. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so that number went down. I don't really see myself getting more. I think maybe I'll pick up 1 or 2, but I'm not really looking for any specific colors right now, so I don't really see myself, unless there's something just I see it and it looks really beautiful, that may happen. But yeah, next I have the individual category, which is like individual eyeshadows that are like not like have their own packaging, or like my Stilas were in here, but I don't have any more of those. I like used them, the blue one and the green one, up until they dried out, and like, so those aren't in my collection anymore. And like little potted glitters, like anything that has its own like little packaging and it's like small is in this like category. So this number went from like 10 to 20, even though I ended up using a couple things, like, and I think that's mostly because of this Super Shock vault that has 12, and this is 12 of the numbers. So like, it's mostly because of this. But like, I'm really happy with that purchase, and yeah, I think I've been using them slowly. Like, I haven't used them as much as I would have liked to, but like, yeah, I've been using them. So yeah, mascara went from 7 to 5, which dropped by 2. Ended up getting rid of. If you watched my what I bought this year, or brought into my collection this year, I think I titled what I bought, but anything that came in, I like put in that video. One of the mascara I put in the part 2 one, one of them, the mini Benefit Roller Lash, I ended up giving that to my sister, so I don't even have that anymore. I was like, it came into my life, and then like 2 months later, I was like, my sister was like, oh, I need to go get a new mascara. I'm like, here, you could just have this one. So like, yeah, it was that. So let me just mention that. But I went from 7 to 5. I did get rid of 2 colored ones. Now the only colored one I have is the white one, which I haven't even opened yet. I'm hoping, and that's just kind of a regret for me, the white one. I'm hoping that like I can go and like put in a project and get like 40 uses on it maybe, and then like just end up getting rid of it, because like I don't have anyone in my life that I could really give it to. It's not even in its box, so I don't know if I could like try to give it away on like what, I don't know where you can even give away makeup. Like, I know you could, I don't know if Mercari lets you give away free stuff, but you would still have to like pay for shipping. I used to use Letgo, but they got rid of Letgo, and like they like merged with another company, and I tried using the other app, and it just wasn't working out for me. So yeah, I don't know who in my life would use that. Probably no one. So like, I'm kind of stuck with it, so I'm gonna try to use it like probably like 40-50 times, and then just get rid of it, because like, also if I end up falling in love with it, like, then I'll use it, but I don't think so. And I'm also about to, like, the brown mascara I'm currently using is about to dry up. It only has like a month or two left. And I just recently bought the a new brown one, so it's like that one's to replace that one. But I could see this number going up a little bit because I could see myself purchasing like 2 more like black ones, because I want to try like probably over like 5 or 7 mascaras. And I could see myself like purchasing like 2 and then just slowly like using them, because right now I have the 2 brown ones, which one is almost used up. I have 2 black ones, which neither of them are open right now, because ever since I used up the last black one, I've just been using the brown one. But I've only worn makeup like 5 times since then, so it's not even that much. And then I have the white one, so that's not even that many in each like separate category or whatever. So yeah, lipstick. I went from 27 to 15. I really have just slowly decluttered lipsticks. Like, I brought in 3 this year, which I ended up giving one of those to my sister, actually. One of the 3. Because it was, like, super... I thought it was going to be a different color than what it was. And it ended up being really similar to something I already had in my collection. So, like, I ended up giving it to her. So, there's that. But, like, about halfway through the year, I really changed my makeup style, kind of, especially with lip products. And like, I'm having a hard time pairing lips with like my eyeshadow looks lately. I'm like, I don't really know what like goes well together anymore. And I'm really changing. Like, I used to be very much into like bold lips and colorful lips, and I'm just not into that anymore. So I got rid of a navy lipstick. I got rid of like a lot of bolder colors. I mean, I have a couple that I would still consider like bolder, because like this one's kind of bold, and then like Punk from Kylie is kind of bold too, but these are more like brownie, although this one's very much purple brown and this is like brown. But yeah, so like I have a couple things I would consider a little bit more like bold or bright on me, but like a lot of them that I have are kind of more subdued, like more like either mid-tone or like neutral. Like the one I'm wearing today is kind of neutral, and I really see this going from 15 to like way higher, because I'm gonna be bringing in a lot probably this year. I think I haven't bought anything yet, but I think I'm gonna be bringing in a lot, so I can try to figure out what kind of tones look good for me, because I've never been into kind of neutral lipsticks. I've always been like, oh, all neutral lipsticks look the same and blah blah blah. And now I'm starting to try to figure out what kind of neutral lipsticks are good for me and stuff like that. So I could see myself kind of expanding this and trying to just test a bunch of different shades out that I would have never tried in the past. So yeah, lip gloss went from 11 to 12. I ended up finishing I think 3 this year, and I brought in 4. That's the right number. Yeah, finished 3 this year, brought in 4. I don't really like one of the ones I brought in, which is the e.l.f. Ride or Die lip balm. It's not really a lip balm, but I count it as like a gloss. I have it with my glosses, and I don't really like that one, but I think I'm just gonna try to like use it up slowly and maybe pan it. So like I probably won't like full on pan it for a while. I'll probably like do like put in with gold uses, because it's like doesn't have that much use on it yet. So like yeah. Next is lip liner. I have 2. I had 2 last time. I am going to focus on one this year, and with how I've been wanting my lips stick to look lately, I haven't really done full applications lately. I've just been putting like a little bit of color in the center and like blending out with my finger, and that's what I've been wanting into. So like I don't really think lip liners are for me right now, so I want to finish the 2 that I have, and then if I feel like lip liners more down the road, I can purchase more. Like, both of the ones I have, I didn't even buy. They were from my sister. So I'm hoping to have this down by at least one by the end of the year. But depending on how much how fast I use the one, I may put the other one in the project. I don't think I could finish both of them by the end of the year, even if they both were in projects. But yeah. Primer, I went from 7 to 8. For this number, I think I would prefer to be at 5 to 7 maximum. I brought in only one, and I used up one, although I'm really close on using up another one. But I also have one thing that I think I was like in between of being like, is this a skincare item or is this like a makeup primer? And I finally decided that I'm just going to use it as a makeup primer, so that's why there's like one extra one. But yeah, I mean, I want to use these, use some more up. So I'm probably there's like 2 that I plan on finishing off completely this year. And then another one I'm just going to get some progress on. So there's that. Okay, next, foundation. I went from 3 to 5. I got 2 new ones. One of them I'm not really liking that much. That's the ColourPop Pretty Fresh one. I don't really like it. It's kind of too light for me. I ended up getting it from my sister because she had it and she was like, I don't really like this. And I was wanting to try it anyways. I was planning on purchasing it anyways. So I tried it and I'm not really loving it, but I think I could like pan it. So like probably will pan it eventually. And then the other one I got this year, I really, really like. So it's like one I really, really like, one not so like. And they were both $14. Like both of the ones I got this year were for like $14. So it's like not that bad. Concealer were $4 last time. It's $4 this time. Even though I used up one, I got like this and a little like foundation. It's like super teeny tiny, but I'm still counting it. Like concealer takes me forever. Like this is like, I think this might be a mini actually too. Let me pull out this. See, it's very small, this pure one. So I'm hoping to get down at least 2 for I'm hoping to finish at least 2, and I think I might purchase one. I haven't purchased a concealer in probably like 5 years. It's been a long time. Like besides the free sample I got, all the other 3, the 3 like fuller size ones, I all got from my sister, and I didn't buy any of them. So like I haven't purchased a concealer in like 5 years. And the last concealer I purchased was some NYX one that I don't remember. I used that up a while ago. And so, yeah. Next is for powder. I have 2. I had 2 last time. It's the same 2. I haven't been working on them lately. So, there's that. Next is blush, which ends up being the same number as last time, which really surprised me because I've been into blush. I've brought in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I brought in 6 blushes this year, so that really surprised me. But I also decluttered a lot. I finished one off. I panned one blush this year. It was just a mini like cream blush, but I still feel proud that I finished a blush this year. But but yeah, I decluttered some, and like I don't think I repurposed any. No, I think I just like decluttered like a bunch of them. Like I decluttered at least 4 that I can remember off the top of my head. So yeah, just ones that didn't work for me and like stuff like that. So this number I could see going up because I'm really into blush, and there's still quite a number that I want. I really want to get some Salt New York. I want to get a couple from Yes Style. Kind of want to try the Kokie ones. So we'll see how many I get. Like I could see this number going up by like 10, to be honest. But like we'll see. I mean, it's one of the two things that I'm really into right now, so like, yeah. Next is highlighter. I went down by 4, so it used to be at 18. Now I'm at 14. I think this number is to continue to go down. I brought in 2. I repurposed a lot of them. Like, I think I decluttered 2 highlighters, and then any other ones I like repurposed. So I probably repurposed like 4 of them. So that's quite a bit. I brought in 2 this year, and they're both like liquid ones. I didn't have any like liquid ones before, so like I'm still happy with what I have. And I'm really trying to whittle away at these, because I used to be really into like colorful highlights and stuff, and I've just been more into like neutrals. Like, I still like colors on my eyes, but I'm very much more into more softer washes of everything lately. So like, yeah. And last but not least is the bronze contour category. I put them both together because I only have 3 total. I have 1 powder bronzer, 1 cream bronzer, and a powder contour, and that's all I have. This number is to go up by 1. I've been planning on purchasing a bronzer for a while. I was like, maybe I'll just wait until my powder bronzer is completely gone, but I think that's going to take another like 2 years. So I'm like, okay, I'll just get the 1 powder bronzer I really want, and then I can try it out, and then I can just use up the other one, and then just have like whatever. Or maybe I'll just get rid of my Kat Von D one. Like, I've had that one forever, and it has pan on it, but still, it's just gonna take me forever because I'm so light-handed with bronzer. Like, bronzer, I like do like 2 taps for each cheek, and then I put a little bit on my chin, and then that's it. Like, that's literally all I use. I use the teeniest, tiniest bit. Like, I see people use like 3 times as much bronzer as me, and I'm like, wow, I could never do that. So yeah. So the total numbers when I added everything, and these I just added all the numbers together on here. I didn't like the products that don't have categories, like eyeshadow primer that doesn't get put into category, or my like eyebrow stuff doesn't have a category. Like, that stuff doesn't get added into here. So yeah. So I went from 143 to 141. And the palettes just count as 1 each, so it's like, it's not like individual pans or anything. So that really surprised me. I thought it was gonna be up, because I felt like I brought in a lot into my collection this year. Like, I brought in probably like 50 products. Even counting like these individually, that's like 12 products already. So like, I think I brought in at least like 50 products. But I guess I was like decluttering a lot too, or repurposing. I don't know. I was really trying. This last year, I have really tested out a lot of items that was already in my collection, and I've been like getting rid of stuff that like is not working for me. So I'm continually to test out items. So I'm really trying to get to the point where everything in my collection I've tested thoroughly. I've used it like at least 10 times, if not more, and I really know how to use it and stuff like that. So that's my goal, and like, that's everything. Okay, bye.